Now to our weather with meteorologist Cassie Hyder. About as gloomy as yesterday.
Almost.
Yeah.
I mean, because you definitely look outside, it looks dreary, but at least it's not pouring like it was yesterday. Yesterday, what?
Oh no, I was just going to say maybe there's still a chance for someone to go on the lake today.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the prettiest.
Trying to be positive.
It's not the prettiest day.
Yeah, no.
You know, but I mean, if you have a boat, why not? As long as, you watch out for any lightning thunderstorms that could be coming your way. It's just one of those days. And I was mentioning this yesterday. I wouldn't cancel your plans. You just have to pay attention to the latest radar because storms could pop up.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So it's kind of hard to plan in these situations. But at least today, we don't have all the delays at the airport that we did yesterday. In fact, this is our DFW airport and everything looks pretty smooth right now, except we do have a lot of clouds and it's cool, 75 degrees. We've got a southeast wind right now. It's 7 miles an hour. As we go throughout the next couple of days for your Labor Day weekend, not the best looking one, but Monday it is continuing to look pretty decent. I think we're going to work in some more sunshine later in the afternoon. We only have a 10% coverage of rain and storms for tomorrow, and temperatures because of that, because of a little bit more sunshine, we should be able to make it back into the upper 80s. So if you plan to spend any time out on the water or in the pool or anything like that, tomorrow's probably going to be the better day. Today, we do have a flood watch for some of our far southern counties, so south of the Metroplex, because that is where we currently have a frontal boundary that exists, that along that boundary, we just keep getting showers and thunderstorms to pop up. And this is kind of the area that didn't get nearly as much rain yesterday. So that is where that front currently sits. The Metroplex, we do have lots of clouds, and from time to time we get an isolated shower, but that's pretty much it. You can see those showers that were just west of Kaufman are now just south of Kaufman, and those continue to move off to the south and east, but very weak isolated showers. Much heavier rain right around Hillsborough towards Waco, Maheo, and Palestine, but those also continue to move southeast away from us. So as we go throughout the rest of the morning, the data has been kind of all over the place. It really is not handling what's going on out there very well. But what I can tell you is as we go throughout the afternoon, we just can't rule out an isolated shower storm somewhere around the Metroplex. So we're going to go with about a 30% coverage today because yesterday it kind of took some of that moisture out of the atmosphere, shoved it all down to the south with that front. So today, yes, there's a chance of rain, but I don't think it's going to be as widespread as what it was yesterday. Once we get into tomorrow morning, we still at least have a low coverage of rain and storms, but as we go throughout the afternoon, I expect to work in a little bit more sunshine, and the rain coverage overall, it's going to stay pretty low. So still going with about a 10% coverage. Today, though, we once again will struggle to make it into the low 80s. We didn't make it out of the 70s yesterday across Dallas, but 83 in Dallas, 82 in Denton, 83 degrees today in Fort Worth. And then overnight tonight, I think we stay mostly cloudy. We're still going to keep about a 10% coverage of rain and storms. Temperatures drop down into the low 70s. So for today, again, struggling to make it to 83 degrees. That's what we're going to shoot for. Outside of that, we're going to stay mostly cloudy. A few storms will be a possibility, more so this afternoon with a 30% coverage. And then overnight tonight, mostly cloudy. A 10% coverage of rain with temperatures dropping down into the low 70s. Tomorrow afternoon does look a little bit better. We only have that 10% chance of rain, also a 10 on Tuesday. By the time we get to Wednesday, now temperatures stay in the mid to upper 80s, but now we're working in some more sunshine. Same story as we get a little bit closer to next weekend. Yesterday it was looking like next weekend we would be adding rain chances. Well, today I took them out of the forecast. I don't see that happening anymore. Of course, we're going to fine tune it as we get a little bit closer to those dates, but looking at the second half of that 14-day, it is starting to warm up a little bit more. We have upper 80s and some low 90s have returned to the 14-day. Natalie, back to you.